Hey, Greg.
Hey, buddy. Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Awesome job. I know if I was there, I'd give you a big hug. I know it's
I know.
what
Well, we will soon. I hope so.
I
Hopefully
know.
we get this thing under control and we can give hugs again in 4 months.
You got to be hating that. They're cutting down on your hug rate.
I know. It's okay. That just means a lot are built up and we'll be able to get to
Yeah.
it soon.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us on Behind the
Yeah.
Braves. And I got a couple questions. I know Ricky does too. And
Okay.
I've been fortunate to play with some guys who've been in your shoes, Chipper and TP, and I know Dale real well as well. And
Hmm.
those guys, you know as well as I do. I mean, there's talent is one thing, and having a great year is another one. But there's just this special sauce. There's a secret sauce that you guys have that win an MVP. And I'm amazed, to watch you day in and day out, and look and
Thank
being
you.
able to compare you to some of the guys that I was around. Where do you think that comes from? What do you think separates you? And I know you don't like talking about yourself, but what do you think that special sauce is that you bring to the table every day?
For me personally, I don't know what their special sauce is, but for me, it's being able to stick to my approach each and every pitch. To be on the shortstop, never coming off. That's the hardest thing. Is when you pull a home run. Sometimes you want to get into home run mode, but for me, that's not going to happen. It gets me all out of whack if I'm trying to pull the ball. So for me to stay on the left center field gap, shortstop area, keeps me in transition through the ball and staying with my base swing. So for me, being able to stay with my approach every pitch has really pretty much turned my game around.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's the technical, part of your
Okay.
game, but there's that consistency in your life too, and I think that really comes to light
You gotta go now.
with everything that's going on with you, and because there's so many things that happen. I mean, look what you battled with COVID, and
Yeah.
just like you talk about your grandmother, you got your mom, so that just there's some grit there that comes with you that goes
Hmm.
way beyond your technical hitting. That's more stuff that we see of what makes you such an MVP.
Yeah, I've been through a lot. Unfortunately, I've been through a lot. It's you never want to lose your mother at 10 years old, and I was fortunate to have my grandmother for 30 years. A lot of people don't get to have that. My dad had his mom for 65
Mm.
years. So try and take a step back, but it's still never enough. It's never enough time. But it helped shape me. That's why I try and stay the same. Get too high, get too low. I've been through a lot to help me be able to stay on the same plane throughout the course of a year. So unfortunately, I've gone through a lot that's shaped me to be who I am today. But I'm grateful because I know they're up there watching over me and helping me get through each and every single year.
Mm.
Hey, Freddie,
Thank
congratulations,
you, Ricky.
first of all.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, and thank you for taking the
Yeah.
time. And that's what you were just talking about there. I think it's a great kind of transition to what I wanted to ask you about. You first come up to the big leagues 2010 as a 20-year-old
Hmm.
rookie. And I think it's fair to say it was still Chipper Jones' team then.
It still
Uh,
is. It really is.
Well, in the decades since, myself and others who either work for the team or cover the team, I think we've all been so impressed to watch you evolve from 20-year-old
Hmm.
rookie to becoming the face of the franchise and the leader of the team. I mean, it's hard enough to make it to the big leagues. It's even harder to
Yeah.
stay. To then take on that task of being both the leader in the clubhouse and the one in the public eye. I mean, that's a monumental undertaking. So obviously when things are good and the team's rolling, we want to hear from you, but also maybe when things aren't good or there are issues bigger than baseball going on that still affect our team, we all kind of as an organization look to you to be the one to speak and to lead. And so anyways, those of us on the outside who've watched you grow into that role, it's made us all proud. And it seems like you're really comfortable with it, but I just wanted to know from your side, what was that evolution like? When did you first kind of start thinking, okay, I need to take on this role? And how long did it start to take to feel comfortable? And this is the last of like a 5-part question. Does that relationship, your friendship with Chipper, how did that factor
uh,
into that as well?
I got lucky and blessed enough to be able to get called up in 2010 with the likes of Chipper, B-Mac, Billy Wagner, Tim Hudson. So I had some amazing veteran guys on the team to help me get through the first couple of years. And being able to be with my best friend Jason too, who was up before me, and we came up through the minor leagues together. He's an old soul. He's mentally above everybody else in the baseball world, to me at least, and he helped guide me and get me through as well. So it took a while. I don't think any kid that gets called up in their 20s thinks they're going to be becoming the face of a team or anything like that, but I started to learn the business side of baseball in 2014 after that season, when a lot of my friends started getting traded, and that was hard. That's when I started to learn about more than just the baseball side of things, and there is a business to it. So I was the only one left at that time. So it took me a year or two to grow into it. You're not gonna see me yelling in the dugout, doing rah rah. That's not me. How I lead is playing every single day and being the consistent guy that everyone can count on. And if you can stay the same throughout the course of the year, you're going to have guys that like to get excited and guys get too low. And if they see me staying the same, I think it helps it bring it back to that middle point where we can just keep going through the season, because we're going to fail. We're going to go through a 5-game skid. We're going to go through a 6-game skid. That's just baseball. And when we get through that 10-game winning streak, you got to be the same, because you don't want to get too high, because baseball, it can knock you down real fast. This is why it's a beautiful game. So it took me a few years after all my friends got traded, but with the help of Chipper, he's been in my corner since day one. So to have him next to me and helping me guide me to where I am now, that's why I'm here.
Freddie, it's awesome to watch someone kind of mature. Obviously, Ricky and I've watched it, kind of evolution, as he's talking about, of your career. And you see these guys, the young guys, they tend to get real excited, and I love and appreciate how you're right. You've got to have somebody that's just the calming factor. And obviously with your play defensively, offensively, and your personality, we can definitely see that. I'm curious what's going to continue to motivate you from here on out. I mean, once you bag an MVP award, and you guys, obviously we want to win a World Series again, but what is it that day in and day out motivates you to compete at such a high level? It's got to be more than just I'm looking for awards and trophies.
Well, I have this ring, and I'm really, really proud of this ring, because the one sitting next to me got me this ring, but there is another ring that I want, and that's what motivates me. We were so close this year to being in that World Series, and to see where this organization has come from 5 years ago to where we are now, that's what excites me. The young guys and that walk into this clubhouse each and every day are just so incredible, and they've been brought up so well. Our farm system is great. They have them prepared, ready from day one to help to win big league ball games, and that's exciting to me. And I want that ring. That's what's going to excite me. And if I do get the pleasure of winning a ring, I want another one, and that's what it's all about. So I want that World Series, and we were close this year, and now we got a full clubhouse of hungry guys ready to go for 2021.
Okay, so Freddie, I work with marketing and the social media team, and all of us can't ever get enough of Chelsea shares videos and pictures of Charlie and his swing, which, by the way, at age 4, he has a better swing than I ever had. Greg pitched
he has a better one than me too.
I just generally, I mean, and we're talking about, especially since we focus so much on kind of you, the evolution, not only as a player into an MVP player, but as a person. I mean, and you've got 2 more on the way. How has being a dad just impacted your life and your perspective on it?
That's what it's all about. I used to take 0 for 4s hard. They're not as hard anymore. They're still hard, but not as hard. When you got a little guy over here that just is so much fun to be around, he loves baseball just as much as I do. That's what it's all about. That's why, I'm going to miss a lot during the course of the season, but if I do get a chance to not miss something, I take that opportunity, like flying home and seeing his first T-ball game. That's just me. That's who I am. I'm dad first, husband second, baseball player third. So that's what that's just who I am. So if I put baseball to the side, that's just what's going to happen for me. But they're the reason I play. He has so much fun watching me. So this is what it's all about, to try and make your son proud.
Is Charlie excited to be a big brother, or is he not even paying attention?
Yeah, he's excited, and I keep asking him if he's going to help change some diapers. He says no every time. So there's some things that we got to help. I'm going to need some help from him. He's going to be 4.5 when they're born. So I'm going to need some help out of him.
Well, I'm sure he'll take the big brother role on pretty well. He may not understand why his time is such divided,
I know.
at first.
That's going to be the hard one. That's going to be the hard one, because we're attached to each other's hip right now. So we're going to see how this goes in a couple months.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, put the babies down. Let's go hit.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, we couldn't be more excited for you. We're with you on wanting the World Series again. We need it. We're ready for it. So we agree. And but congratulations. We know that this has got to be exciting for you, and great to talk with you tonight.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate you guys.